Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. And today it's this clock, the Smith Sectric Delhi Minor. I got it working about an hour or two ago now, and yeah, it's plugged down there. Just a quick show, and yeah. So there's not much to say about this clock. I say that about most of my clocks, but it's by the way, yeah, I have to kneel on the bed, so excuse if you hear some squeaking. But yeah, yeah, it's Smith's Sectric Delhi Minor. Obviously, I've just said that, but I can't really say much about this clock. It was made, my guess, it was made between I'd say probably late 1940s, early 1950s, because it has a trademark on the movement cover that was only used until 1955, if I remember correctly. And Smith Sectric was a trademark that Smith started using for their electric clocks in 1937. But obviously this isn't a 1930s clock, this is late 1940s, early 1950s. Yeah, it's painted white. I'm not sure if that's the original colour. I've seen a couple of similar clocks to this, not the same one, but similar, painted in this sort of white, so it could be an original colour. But yeah, there's a fellow YouTuber called Tommy Wiley has one of these clocks. In fact, it's the same model. The only difference is his one has it's black or like a dark brown case. I'm pretty sure it's black. And his wasn't made by Smiths. His was made by General X, which was a part of the Smiths brand. But this one is a Smith's Delhi Minor, not a General X Delhi Minor. Also, another difference between mine and Tommy's one is that my one has a shorter seconds hand. The one on Tommy's extends all the way down to the minute markers here, whereas my one only extends down to the Arabic numerals. Just thought I'd point that out. Also, that is the original screw that came with the clock as well. And yeah, made in Great Britain. This is a genuine British model, not one of the export ones. Because the difference between the British models and the export models, which would have been exported to places such as the United States and Canada, is this one has the British voltage markings, which is 200 to 250 volts, whereas the Canadian, or North American I should say, voltage markings I think went from between 60 volts and 125. I can't remember. I think it was 60 to 125, but yeah. That's how you change the time. I'm not going to change the time because it's on the correct time, but yeah. It works really well, and yeah. And it's a great addition to my collection, I think. Looks very nice, just sitting there with all of that, sitting hung up near the wheel clock. Yeah, most of my collection, as you can see, isn't running. This clock is running, but on silent. The regulator's running, that clock is running, and the two battery powered carriage clocks over there, the Smiths and the other one. I'll show you. Also, I adjusted the time, I regulated this clock as well because it was running 15 minutes ahead last night. So I just had to do that, and that clock is also running still. And also, as you can hear, this clock is still running. You might have heard it rewinding itself a bit ago. Yeah, not much to say. To make this video, I'm going to make this video a bit longer actually. I'm going to combine the video for this clock, and I'm going to do a quick winding up video because it's Sunday. And Sunday for me is, well, I usually wind my clocks up on Saturday, but because I wound my clocks up a bit late this week, I'm going to wind these clocks up today instead of yesterday. That clock didn't need that much winding because I wound it up on Tuesday, Wednesday, can't remember. This clock, however, will need a lot of winding because it's been working almost all week. In fact, yeah, I started it up on Monday, was it? Yeah, I think it was Monday or Tuesday, can't remember. Yeah, so just gonna wind up this clock somehow. Oh. That's it. Right. Now we've got to be quick with this side because the minute hand is right underneath the key. But don't be too fast because otherwise you'll ruin the ratchet mechanism if you wind it up like stupidly fast like that. So a bit of haste, but not too much haste. That's, oh god, didn't want to do that, but shouldn't harm the clock. Just a minor mishap. There we go. It's fine. Right. There, that's that clock. That clock is going to be stupidly hard because the springs are really stiff on it. But here goes. I'm going to wind up this side first. Oh, yeah, that's, the spring is going in. The spring on this side is very rigid, so that needs to be sorted. Possible new spring. Oh, this clock wasn't actually that wound down. Yeah, strange, but whatever. But yeah, that's all the clocks that need to be wound up. I only needed to wind up 3. That one, and that one. I was actually surprised this one wasn't as wound down as I thought it was, but whatever. Yeah, that one was definitely on the last day of, working before needing winding. So that's the winding up done, and I suppose I should probably end it here. Yeah. Yeah, I've got all the clocks. Well, all the clocks are working except for the ones that are on the bottom there, like the Committee of London clock. That's still not working, and that clock has still not had its piece of wood and side glass reattached. Yeah. So I will probably see you guys in the next video, which will probably, like I said in the last video, probably be in August. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Yeah.